In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, the all-knowing, the all-hearing, and the all-seeing. I bear witness there's no God but God, and I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad is a slave and messenger. I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan. O Allah, we love you, Ya Allah. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Mahdi and the importance of the Mahdi and his role in the world, and how it's possibly going to unfold. The Mahdi is one of the grandchildren of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. He's in line, he's a descendant of David and descendant of Solomon. And he is sent by Allah in the end time to bring peace into the world and to make the world a just world when it was unjust, and to make it a peaceful world when it was unpeaceful, and to bring harmony and balance back into the world, and to bring our unique creator of all that exists back into the forefront. Now, some of the tools that the Mahdi will use is love and compassion, the knowledge that he will gain, the hidden knowledge that he will gain from understanding the Quran predominantly. The Mahdi will also be learning from the Gospels and from the Torah as well. The Mahdi is sent for all the world. He will bring balance and harmony back into the world. And when the Mahdi emerges, we will see signs and miracles that will give us clues and understanding that he will be the Mahdi. Now, it's a test to Allah will always test us and will not make it easy to identify the Mahdi, but Allah will give enough sufficient signs and miracles, and the people who have a deep knowledge will know who the Mahdi is, maybe instantly or maybe through the signs and miracles that Allah will create in the appearance of the Mahdi. Now, the Mahdi could appear in many places. The Mahdi could appear in the east and the west and any place, and that's up to Allah. There's hadiths that say that he can be born in the east, west, and far west, and other areas in the world. That's up to Allah, and whatever Allah decrees is the best. So the Mahdi will be using love and compassion in his heart to win people over, to bring love and compassion back into the world, to bring us back to our default way of being, the way of being that we remembered before we came into this world. And that is the system of the Quran. The Quran will help the Mahdi unlock these latent feelings and understandings that little by little, from the knowledge he gains from the Quran and other revelations that he will learn from, but predominantly from the Quran. So the Mahdi will be living from his heart and listening to his heart and praying through his heart and doing all the lawful things that Allah prescribes and staying away from all the unlawful things that Allah forbids, and doing extra good deeds that are pleasing to God and to his best abilities. Now, some of the tools that the Mahdi will use is forgiveness. Forgiveness will be one of the major tools that the Mahdi will use, that Allah says in the Quran it's always best to forgive and to overlook people's faults. So the Mahdi will default always be looking over people's faults and forgiving them for their wrongful actions, and will help guide them in their hearts and to reach a higher state that would be closer to our Creator. Another tool that the Mahdi will use is to get married and have children, and this is also prescribed in the Quran and is a sunnah of a prophet to get married and have children. Now there's much love and compassion in a relationship of marriage, and it also says in the Quran to provide for your wife as Allah has made a man excel a woman. So it is a man's duty to take care of all the basic needs for his wife, and the Mahdi will be implementing that so he can receive the highest rewards that he can and the highest amount of love that he can generate in his heart. The Mahdi will be also using love and compassion, obviously, to win the hearts of people and to bring them close together, and will combat any situation with love and compassion, any aggression, wrong talk, or anything like that. He will use compassion and will overlook people's faults and forgive them for them. Another tool that the Mahdi will use is patience. Patience in the wake of all the people trying to put down the Mahdi or working against the system of the Mahdi, that the Mahdi will be patiently persevering, and this is what Allah prescribes in the Quran, to be patiently persevering over the disbelievers. The Mahdi will also be trying to win all the hearts, even for the disbelievers. The Mahdi will bring peace into the world for all people, for all nationalities, for all religious groups, for all and all disbelievers as well. That the Mahdi wants to see peace and prosperity for all, and would want the highest and best for all people. The Mahdi is strong and has a strong faith in Allah, the Creator, the unique Creator of all that exists. And he also has a deep fear of Allah and always prays for Allah's protection. And that's another tool that the Mahdi will use, is he will always ask Allah for protection to protect him. It will not seek anything of the creation to protect him, but will always seek Allah always for his protector. The Mahdi will also will be using his heart as a guide, and to guide him in his life, and will ask Allah for guidance in all his affairs. And he will use his heart as his compass to guide him and to give him a deep understanding of people and certain events that are going on in the world. And when the Mahdi sees problems in the world, he will go up and beyond the event and will see beyond the event and overlook their faults, and will see the true path is the path of fulfilling God's laws and staying away from the unlawful things that Allah forbids. Will be the tools and keys that that the Mahdi will use from Allah. So all the problems can be solved by the system of the Mahdi, and the basic knowledge that the Mahdi will receive is from the Quran, and all the keys to unlock all the problems in the world are from the Quran, and the Mahdi will be the one to unlock these keys from the Quran and express that through his from his, you could say, avatar, or from his soul or his soul body, to emanate that into the world and bring that shining light into the world, into the darkness, and be a light for all of mankind and all of creation, to help them grow and be closer to our Creator and bring peace and harmony and balance back into the world. So the Mahdi will not want to shed a drop of blood. The Mahdi would always seek peace and forgiveness and overlook people's faults. The Mahdi has no need for weapons, no need for armies. The Mahdi seeks knowledge and understanding, and to implement the laws of our Creator and stay away from the unlawful things, and use those keys to stay in balance and harmony with all of creation and our Creator. So the Mahdi is a unique end-time figure who will bring peace and harmony back into the world when there was injustice and disharmony in the world. Now, the world will only come about in peace and prosperity through the Mahdi and that was divinely ordained by our Creator, our unique Creator of all that exists, has been stated in many, over thousands of hadiths from our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. So the Mahdi is here today, somewhere in the world, and is guiding all of us in one way or the other. We are all connected in this world, and we are all connected to our Creator. Alhamdulillah. So I hope you enjoy this video, and we can all increase our heart connection and live from our hearts and become closer and more knowledgeable of our Creator, and to fulfill the laws and divine laws of our Creator and stay away from the unlawful, so we can live a full and fulfilled life. Thank you.